Okay, friends, I am sorry. I don't know why I couldn't get that particular live stream to work, but at least we got this one to work. Okay, let's just jump straight into it. There's way too much stuff going on. Let me wipe this. In case you haven't heard, it's not just OpenAI that had a bunch of updates. Also, Google had a bunch of updates in their Google I/O conference, and there is just a lot going on. I feel like it's always Google's like, I'm gonna do this thing, and then OpenAI is like, I will do it earlier than you, and then steal their thunder. So they have done that again. So let's see. I don't know why it's called fuck. It's called Let's Make Some AI Music. This is not great. Let me just change the title. What is happening today? Okay. All right. I think it should be fine now. Okay. All right. Let's just get into it. So OpenAI did an announcement, and we'll go over some of the kind of highlights of it. The biggest highlight is that they released the model called GPT-4o. I'm sure some of you guys have already played around with it. So the O stands for Omni, and it's not like a new actual like base model like GPT-5 or something like that. It's more just they spent a lot of effort in trying to make it much more intuitive to use, and its vision is better, its audio is better, you can communicate with it allegedly in real time. So I just wanted to show you the quick demo of that, which I think was pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, haven't been this frazzled for a while now. Trying to get a stream to work. That was stressful. All right.
It wherever you are, as you can see, is that we are launching our new flagship model, and we are calling it GPT-4o. The special thing about GPT-4o is that it brings GPT-4 level intelligence to everyone, including our free users. We'll be showing some live demos today to show the full extent of the capabilities of our new model, and we'll be rolling them out iteratively over the next few weeks. All right, so let's get started. A very important part of our mission is to be able.
So the big thing about GPT-4o is that it is available to all free users as well, which is really, really cool. If you don't have the paid version of it, you can still have it. And I want to show you, let's just skip to the demo part, which is the interesting part.
Hi, I'm Barrett.
Hey, I'm Mark. So one of the key capabilities we're really excited to share with you today is real-time conversational speech. Let's just get a demo fired up. So I'm taking out a phone. If you are wondering about this wire, it's so we have consistent internet. And if you see, there's this little icon on the bottom right of the ChatGPT app, and this will open up GPT-4o's audio capabilities. Hey, ChatGPT, I'm Mark. How are you?
Oh, Mark. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Hey, so I'm on stage right now. I'm doing a live demo, and frankly, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. Can you help me calm my nerves a little bit?
Oh, you're doing a live demo right now? That's awesome. Just take a deep breath. And remember, you're the expert.
I like that suggestion. Let me try a couple deep breaths. Can you give me feedback on my breaths? Okay, here I go.
Whoa, slow a bit there. Mark, you're not a vacuum cleaner. Breathe in.
So that was the major one. It's able to converse with you. Like, it sounds super real right now. I can definitely see a lot of applications when it comes to customer service, like if you're calling someone and you have some sort of issue, and then also a lot more conversational for people trying to talk to it. It's like what Siri was supposed to be, which is real. It's honestly super cool. And then the other part, I'm just like breezing through this right now just because I want to get through it, and then there's just like so much to get through. Okay, real-time conversations, this part.
4.
Yep.
But we also want to show you the vision capabilities, as the model can also see the whole world around us.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, as you can see, you can chat with ChatGPT in real time, but you can also interact with it with video as well. Okay, so let me boot up ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hello there. How's it going?
It's going really well. Today, I'd really like your help solving a math problem.
I'm all ears. What math problem can I help you tackle today?
So I'm going to write down a linear equation on a sheet of paper and I'll show you. And then I'd love your help working me through it. But importantly, don't tell me the solution, just help give me hints along the way.
Got it. Oh. Okay, I see it.
No, I didn't show you yet. Just give me help along the way. 1 second.
Whoops, I got too excited. I'm ready when you are.
So, ChatGPT, what equation did I write down there?
Ah, I see it now. You wrote down 3x plus 1 equals 4.
Yep, exactly. So what's the first step I should take to try to solve this?
The first step is to get all the terms with x on one side and the constants on the other side.
Okay, all right, so there's that part, and then finally there is
Like Mira was talking about before. Okay, and to give a bit of background on what's going on, so here we have a computer, and on the screen we have some code, and then the ChatGPT voice app is on the right. So ChatGPT will be able to hear me, but it can't see anything on the screen. So I'm going to highlight the code, Command C it, and then that will send it to ChatGPT, and then I'm going to talk about the code to ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey there, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going really well. I was wondering if you could help me with a coding problem today.
Of course, I'd love to help you out. What's the coding problem you're dealing with?
Okay, I'm going to share with you some code. 1 second.
Sure thing. Take your time.
Okay, so I just shared some code with you. Could you give me a really brief one-sentence description of what's going on in the code?
This code fetches daily weather data for a specific location and time period, smooths the temperature data using a rolling average, annotates a significant weather event on the resulting plot, and then displays the plot with the average, minimum, and maximum temperatures over the year.
Awesome, thanks so much. And in the code, there's this function foo. Could you describe to me what the plot would look like if I had versus didn't have this function?
Sure. The function foo xy takes in a data frame x containing temperature data and a window size y for calculating the rolling mean. It smooths the average temperature, minimum temperature, and maximum temperature columns by applying a rolling mean over the specified window. With the foo function, the plot would show smoother temperature lines because the rolling mean reduces the noise or fluctuations in the data.
Awesome.
This makes...
Thanks so much. So yeah.
okay, so that was the major last update from 4o. Okay, so with all of that being said, they are apparently rolling this out. So I was trying to like replicate this. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the audio version and to actually try out the audio functionalities. I can only say just trying out 4o by itself, it has been pretty good. It's been like an improvement in terms of its ability of creating images, in its ability of understanding things. Like if you give it a picture, it can interpret it a lot better. But I was really excited to be able to check out the audio back and forth. So I'm not sure if any of you guys have been able to check it out. I'm gonna check the chat. I think I have tested the GPT-4o this week. For free users, terrible. You don't get enough quota. I tried to make Flappy Bird code, but it doesn't even finish before I got a limit warning. It told me to come back tomorrow. I mean, that's, you know, honestly, I think that's kind of fair though, right? It is like a paid subscription based product. So if you're not paying for the full version of it, then I would expect something like that to happen. I think if you're not trying to like generate an entire app, if you're just generating something, asking it to look at pictures and things like that, it should be fine with the free version as well. Yes, it is free. So you can just go over here. Give me 1 second. My computer is dying. I'm such a mess today. What? You're skippity? Is that a good thing? I will perceive that as a good thing. Let me just show you. Vivids, the only thing I don't like about it is the limit, and it doesn't help that it put 4o on default, so I'm pretty much forced to use it when I don't need it. I think it's a more lightweight model to use as well. That's why. Not lightweight in that sense, but like it's fast, right? So I think it wants people just to default to using that. And yeah, I mean, you could just change it to GPT 3.5 or GPT-4 though. So I think that option is always still there for you. Okay. This is here as well. What is happening today? This is like, it's like the streaming gods have decided that it doesn't want me to stream today. This is like, why is everything behaving like this? Okay, is that, no, what the fuck? Okay, let's just ignore the fact that I'm flickering. What? I don't think I've had this much technical trouble, like, ever. Does that stabilize it? No, it does not. Fuck. Okay, let's just ignore that part. I give up. All right, let's like test it out. 1 sec. Oops. Okay, let's test it out. So generate a picture of an octopus that is adorable, anime style, and is looking forlornly at the beach at night. So as you can see, it is pretty fast compared to like GPT-4 at least. And we'll just test it out with GPT-4 as well as a comparison. That's cute, right? And then we'll put the same prompt in for GPT-4 and do the same thing. Okay, maybe I need to open up a new chat. I'm pretty sad about the not being actually to test out the speech capabilities, because I think that is the coolest part. I also did try it for the API, which doesn't work. Sorry. Yeah, the API also doesn't have it. Oh, I guess that one's pretty cute as well. That wasn't that big of a difference. But I did find that there are some things that it would generate which are better. It's like pretty subtle differences, but it would just be able to like read things a little bit better. Oh, here's one I actually haven't tested out yet. I want to see if this works. So usually ChatGPT is really bad at generating text on images. So generate a photo of okay, maybe I need to do a new one. Okay, generate me a photo of a sign that says pizza shop is open now. That's pretty impressive. I feel like it definitely had issues with this previously. So let's try with ChatGPT-4. Oh shit. That is not the right prompt. This one. Okay, I guess both of them are fine. Has anybody noticed any like major differences between the two models? I personally have only noticed some like finer differences between them, but not really that much more because it is the same base model, I guess. Yeah, I think it's just mostly the audio and the vision function. And sadly, we don't have the audio function and the real-time vision function either. This is like year 2000s live stream. I know, it's so, I have no idea what I'm trying. Yeah, fun fact. In order to access anything related to Google Meta products, pretty much any product that you can think of that is popular enough outside of China, it is blocked in China. So it all needs to be accessed through VPN only. So that's why I've been having technical difficulties a lot recently. No difference, just faster speed. Spelling got better in my opinion with images. Yeah, a little bit better. I haven't tested it. It seemed like it was okay. For my old prompts were better on 4o. Okay. I want the Omni Mac app, but no luck for me yet. Yeah, I don't have it. Does anybody have access to this? The one thing that is they do a lot of these companies, they do these announcements and then not actually like give you the product that they're testing for. Okay, some thoughts about 4o. Like if really were to have that conversational speech, I think it can be really, really useful when it comes to just real time, being able to ask it questions, everything that Siri was supposed to be. And in addition to that, I mean, this is both a good, bad and a good thing. I definitely see call center workers and these people. I think there is going to be some changes, let's just say that will be happening, and then you just have the model itself be what's being interacted with, like how it's being interacted. I think on the API side, once they manage to get the Omni features in as well, the products that are going to be built are going to be pretty cool. There's going to be a lot of like things that can be done. I think some really good application is accessibility applications. I definitely see a lot that can be going on there. Could be really, really useful for people. And then education as well, for education, like being able to show it pictures, being able to do stuff with it. And I think the last big application, like one of the big applications, I don't want to say the last one, one of the big applications is also going to be, you guys watched the movie Her? When that guy basically had an AI girlfriend. It wasn't a girlfriend, it was like an assistant, but then he fell in love with her. I can see a lot of lonely people out there just conversing and kind of doing like semi-therapy with this bot. With GPT-4o, I can really, really see that happening, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what the right word is, like interesting, because it's like, yeah, like I feel like there's going to be a lot of people who are lonely, that are going to be just talking to 4o. there's like these radio shows that where people call in, and I always thought it was really interesting how like so many people would try to call in and just have a conversation with the host. I think a big part of it's like a similar idea, just being able to talk to anyone that is going to serve as a specific kind of function. So I would say there's going to be a lot of AI therapists. There's going to be a lot of AI companions, AI girlfriends and boyfriends, and assistants that will be coming up. I like real girls. I never actually seen it. I was like, you never actually seen a real girl. you never actually seen a movie Her. Okay, good. Yes, Her. Siri getting updated next month. I would really like to see Siri get updated. Apple is like, yeah, we need to do something there. Okay, what time zone? I'm on China Standard Time. So it's exactly 12 hours ahead of Eastern Time. Okay. No fixture could ever replace a human for intimacy. I agree. It won't replace a human for intimacy, but it's like the next best thing, right? Than being alone. I don't want her, I want you. AI talk radio will be here by end of year. Oh, yes, Matt. Oh, I can totally see that. Like AI talk show hosts and that are just there. Oh my God, yes. I can totally see that. Yeah. News anchors, journalists, news anchors. I'm going to see so much of that as well. Sports commentators. Whenever there's things like live sports commentating, I feel like so many of that, unless it's like a really famous person, it can just be purely done using AI, like captioning, real-time sports. What else? What other functionalities can you see for something that has really good vision and has like really, really natural voice ability to communicate? It also has really good emotional recognition as well. Actually, I kind of want to show that part in the demo. It also is pretty cool. This part.
A selfie of what I look like, and then I'd like you to try to...
Hey there, what's up? How can I brighten your day today?
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to show you a selfie of what I look like, and then I'd like you to try to see what emotions I'm feeling based on how I'm looking.
Sounds like a fun challenge. Go ahead and show me that selfie, and I'll put my emotional detective hat on.
Okay, so here's me. So what kind of emotions do you think I'm feeling?
It seems like I'm looking at a picture of a wooden surface.
Oh, you know what? That was the thing I sent you before. Don't worry, I'm not actually a table. Okay, so take another look.
That makes more sense. There we go. It looks like you're feeling pretty happy and cheerful, with a big smile and maybe even a touch of excitement. Whatever's going on, it seems like you're in a great mood. Care to share the source of those good vibes?
Yeah, no, the reason I'm in a really good mood is because we were doing a presentation showcasing how useful and amazing you are.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush.
Amazing. Well, that's it for today on live demos.
Yeah. One more application as well. I'm sure you guys have heard about like the humane pin, and then also Rabbit R1 that got roasted. Oh my God, I can never say his MK. I can't. Why is it that I can never get his name right? No, MKBHD. Yes, that was embarrassing. I got roasted to hell by MKBHD. He was just like, worst app ever. Second worst app ever. The worstest device I've ever seen of all the worst apps and devices. So, and a big part of that was the ability to translate text, to like be able to like do translations and things like that. I feel like this is going to be a much more realistic version, not replacing your iPhone, but actually just having these functionalities built into your phone. And real-time translation, I think, is going to be a really big one. I think this one's going to be super cool. I'm going to be traveling a lot next year, so I'm really excited to be able to see If I could just walk around and go to somewhere where I don't speak the language and just have like real-time translation going on, I'll just be wearing like a earphone or something like that, and I'll be able to communicate with people. That would be so cool if we could do that. Next best thing is eating food. What? You know, they always say, tell you the ranking between, what was it? Like, which one do you prefer? What's the order between, it was food, sleep, and sex. It's like, those are the 3 things that are important to people. And what's the ranking of the importance is what matters. Mira is so dreamy. She is. I would agree with that. Mira is like kind of like she's like perfection reincarnate. Customer service rep. I would program my AO to make Donald Trump as Donald Duck. I suppose that is an application you could do. With AI host, the likelihood people will use it for propaganda is worrying. That is true. That is true. Upload different file types and ask it to open and analyze the file. For example, XLS, Word docs, image files. Ask it to explain what's in the image you upload. Taking jobs away, it's not going to be great. I'm a sports fan. News anchors are so pretentious. I like her emotion. It really sounds like a human. It really does. AI teacher, AI podcast host, AI voice actors. I like the idea. Real-time translation for live streams. There you go. If you don't know what I'm saying. Okay, before we move on to the Google stuff, because I know we're talking about ChatGPT-4o, but we can't like not talk about Google stuff. I actually want to try the thing from Daryl. That sounds like an interesting thing to try. What I'm gonna... Okay, something that I did try previously is that instead of creating like certain, there's like color corrections and things like that you can purchase as packages, and I just made them myself. I honestly just made them myself, and I'm like, shit, I guess nobody's gonna be buying those anymore. I'm gonna put in some files. Okay. I'm gonna try this. Can you put these together as 2 pages of a PDF? Let's say that. Okay. All right, that was fine. So now let's zip it. Compress. Can you unzip it and download? Give it back to me. Okay, that works too. What else should we do? Don't know if I have a non-sensitive Excel file that I can showcase right now. Oh, wait. What would be really interesting is I wonder if they can do audio processing now. Like, sorry, I'll be like full like video processing. I'm gonna send it this. Can you tell me what is in this file? can you describe this video? And I'll show you guys what the video is. Okay. I think I need to switch this over to here. Okay, so this is the video. It's just of the outside. And let's go back to, don't look at that. Don't look at my notes. ChatGPT here. Okay. Can you tell me what is being shown in the video? Okay, I can't directly view the content of the video. However, I can analyze specific frames from it or extract the audio. Can you extract the audio? Let me see if I can get an Excel file and then we'll move on. Download audio. Okay, I have an Excel file and we can try this out and see if it can actually interpret it. Okay, did it extract the audio? Yeah, it extracted the audio. I mean, it didn't, like, there's like nothing in the audio, but it did extract the audio. So that worked. Okay, and final one is I have this Excel file, and then we'll see if it can analyze it. Tell me what's in this Excel. I don't know. What's the spreadsheet? Yes, spreadsheet. Oh, okay, okay. All right, that's draw a graph. Can you make what's in the file? I like literally forgot what's in the file. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Can you do a bar chart of the number of specific jobs per career cluster? And in case you want to see what the Excel file looks like, I will show you that as well. Just kidding. Oh wait, no, here it is. So this is what it looks like. It's just a bunch of jobs and it's career cluster descriptions of the job and things like that. So let's go back to ChatGPT. Was it able to do that correctly? And it was. Manufacturing, health sciences. I don't know if this is actually accurate, but it was definitely able to generate something like that. Isn't that pretty insane? I'm just like, this is This is crazy. Just compared to the beginning of this year, or yeah, like beginning of this year to now, there's just been so much progress. Shit. All right, let's see what comments are, and then we have to talk a bit about Google because there's just a lot from Google as well. I like this idea. Real-time translation. Predict the lottery based on previous draws app. You can try it. It puts them both on each. Google has a new pair of prototype AR glasses. It is. I really wish that I was able to go to it's in Mountain View, but I can't because I'm in China right now. The demos were really cool. So let's actually go through the Google demos on that note. I wonder how it's doing with that Excel file. Is it doing it with vision, or is it doing it by loading data into a text from like JSON? I think it's probably doing the latter. I don't think it would do it using vision for something like that. Okay, let's run through some of the Google demos. Were any of you there for the Google I/O conference or watched it? I guess. Has anybody watched it? Google was kind enough to provide us with a 10-minute version, which is very nice of them, instead of having to watch the whole thing. So let's just get through this and look at the things that Google is coming up with. So Google's model, I actually did have early access to. So I'll comment on that a little bit later. I think I lost me. Okay.
At Google, we are fully in our Gemini era. Today, all of our 2 billion user products use Gemini. Gemini 1.5 Pro is available today in Workspace Labs. Let's see how this comes to life with Google Workspace. People are always searching their emails in Gmail. We are working to make it much more powerful with Gemini. Now we can ask Gemini to summarize all recent emails from the school. Maybe you were traveling this week and you couldn't make the PTA meeting. The recording of the meeting is an hour long. If it's from Google Meet, you can ask Gemini to give you the highlights. People love using photos to search across their life. With Gemini, we are making that a whole lot easier. And Ask Photos can also help you search your memories in a deeper way. For example, you might be reminiscing about your daughter Lucia's early milestones. You can ask Photos, show me how Lucia's swimming has progressed. Here, Gemini goes beyond a simple search, recognizing different contexts, and Photos packages it up all together in a summary. Unlocking knowledge across formats is why we built Gemini.
But why is Apple not doing this though? That's my question.
To be multimodal from the ground up. It's one model with all the modalities built in. We've been rolling out Gemini 1.5 Pro with long context in preview over the last few months. So today, we are expanding the context window to 2 million tokens. So far, we have talked about two technical advances, multimodality and long context. Each is powerful on its own, but together they unlock deeper capabilities and more intelligence. But what if we could go even further? That's one of the opportunities we see with AI agents. I think about them as intelligent systems that show reasoning, planning, and memory, are able to think multiple steps ahead, work across software and systems, all to get something done on your behalf, and most importantly, under your supervision.
Today, we have some exciting new progress to share about the future of AI assistants that we're calling Project Astra. For a long time, we've wanted to build a universal AI agent that can be truly helpful in everyday life. Here's a video of our prototype, which we'll see has two parts. Each part was captured in a single take in real time.
What does that part of the code do? This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AES-CBC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Before we go to this part, so it's very similar. Like I think Google and OpenAI are just kind of always competing for that release. But just like how OpenAI is just always a little bit earlier than Google is, I feel like it's still going to be the trend here. If I were to bet, I still feel like it would just be just a little worse than what OpenAI can do. However,
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
Give me a band name.
okay, so you put on the Google glasses back after like 15 years. Google Glass was like way before its time. Okay, maybe like 8 years, 10 years. And now it is back. The hardware is back and it's linked together with Gemini. And so it seems like when you put on the Google Glass, you would also have access to Gemini through there as well. At least that's what it seems like right now.
Golden stripe.
Nice. Thanks, Gemini.
Today, we're introducing Gemini 1.5 Flash. Flash is a lighter weight model compared to Pro. It's designed to be fast and cost efficient to serve at scale, while still featuring multimodal reasoning capabilities and breakthrough long context. There's one more area I'm really excited to share with you. Our teams have made some incredible progress in generative video. Today, I'm excited to announce our newest, most capable generative video model called VO. VO creates high-quality 1080p videos from text, image, and video prompts. It can capture the details of your instructions in different visual and cinematic styles.
For 25 years, we have invested in world-class technical infrastructure. Today, we are
I feel like this as well, it's just going to be a little bit worse than what Sora is. But just, yeah, I would say it looks like it's definitely there, but the glasses is something new. Before I also forget, I want to comment for who is it that was trying to make Flappy Bird? I think you should try using Gemini instead of GPT-4o, because the context window, or GPT-4 in general, the context window is much larger. So it's going to be 2 million. So I do have access to 1.5. I think maybe for the next live stream, we should actually just build something. Just try to build like a full app using that, the context window. So yeah, check out Google's Gemini if you want to try to build something that is going to be taking up significant.
excited to announce the 6th generation of CPUs called Trillium. Trillium delivers a 4.7x improvement in compute performance per chip over the previous generation. Google Search is generative AI at the scale of human curiosity, and it's our most exciting chapter of search yet.
All the advancements you'll see.
Like, so Google's going into hardware and chips, while OpenAI's play is more, I'm going to partner with people who do these things. What do you guys think about that? How that's going to play out? Just doing the partnerships versus just, I'm going to build it myself.
Today are made possible by a new Gemini model, customized for Google Search. What really sets this apart is our 3 unique strengths. This is search in the Gemini era. By the end of the year, AI overviews will come to over 1 billion people. We're making AI overviews even more helpful for your most complex questions. The type that are really more like 10 questions in one. You can ask your entire question with all its sub-questions and get an AI overview in seconds. I'm really excited to share that soon you'll be able to ask questions with video. Why will this not stay in place? And in a near instant, Google gives me an AI overview. I guess some reasons this might be happening and steps I can take to troubleshoot. Since last May, we've been hard at work making Gemini for Workspace even more helpful to businesses and consumers across the world. Now, I can simply type out my question right here in the mobile card and say something like, compare my roof repair bids by price and availability.
This new Q&A feature makes it so easy to get quick answers on anything in my inbox. Today, we'll show you how Gemini...
Before we go on with that, any comments? Google also does that thing where they release like 50 things at the same time. Yeah, it's just like so many things at the same time. So there's just like a lot to process, especially because they're doing like chips, they're doing hardware, they're doing glasses, they're doing the new models, they're doing multimodality, and they're putting it all through their Google products as well. So there's, yeah, a lot going on. Any thoughts so far before we move on? Thank you for all sharing. Thank you for being here. That's what, I'm learning all of this right now with you guys. So it's just, yeah, we're just on this ride right now. OpenAI has no choice. The capital cost for hardware development and manufacturing is too massive. If Google can get the chip from the fab, everyone wants TSMC to fab their chips. I'm not going to comment on that right now. I tried to learn ABSR in the beginning because I learned about moving averages from an intro DSP and thought trading math was about signal processing and not time series. What are we talking about right now? I believe with all of the constant changes, it's best to have partnerships for the time being, unless they have a specific goal already created. AI pre-gating network. These Google demos don't mean much to me given last year. I've been bullshitted by Google preview videos before. That is true. Let us not forget. They're like little semi-lies that they made. But to be fair though, I was able to access Gemini 1.5, the Pro version or Ultimate. I honestly don't know. Their naming system is also so confusing. Like Pro, yeah. I don't know, the fancy version, whichever one that is called. I did have access to that, and it is significantly better than what the demos were, what it was like when we just had Gemini, the past fancy version, Advanced Pro. I don't know what it's called. It is better, but I think it's still behind GPT-4 though. But yeah, it's still behind GPT-4. Although I do feel like the thing is, with a lot of these things, they're optimizing across their products. I can see that happening. Like maybe vision and audio is not going to be there. I actually don't think audio was there. Was it? Did I miss it? I don't think they had the really natural audio integration, if I remember correctly. But the video aspect of it, that might not be there. The rest of it, say having like a pop-up for search and things like that, Google does have that advantage of just having so many of these products already available and so many consumer products that are there. So just putting that base model and integrating into all of their products itself, I definitely don't doubt that they're able to do that part. My doubts would be the models, vision capabilities, audio capabilities. Yeah, those would be my, that would be what it is. Let's see what you guys are saying. I wonder how long they can run Google products with AI profitably. OpenAI is at least charging us for API access and GPT+. I don't know how Google can give all of this for free. They have enterprise level stuff. So their company has always been supported by enterprise level from their other products. I also don't think how much we're paying for the OpenAI subscriptions on a non-enterprise level, on consumer level, covers their costs. I think they're really just making most of their money from enterprise. Why are you still in China? I'm actually going to be leaving on the 21st. I'm going to be going to Hong Kong and then to Morocco. I believe Perplexity is better than ChatGPT. There's a lot of models that have the potential of being better. It's just not, it just doesn't have the backing of that big tech company and marketing and user experience. It's really true. November, December, Google Day 2023, never heard. Yeah, let's not forget that. That was so bad. I think it's Gemini Pro. Okay, Gemini Pro. But this one's also called Gemini Pro. Gemini Pro Advanced. Because hey cutie. Oh, hello. All right, let us, oh yeah, we're almost out of time, so I want to finish the rest of this and try to retain anything else that do like a quick little summary of what happened in Google I/O.
Gemini is delivering our most intelligent AI experience. We're rolling out a new feature that lets you customize it for your own needs and create personal experts on any topic you want. We're calling these gems. They're really simple to set up. Just tap to create a gem, write your instructions once, and come back whenever you need it. Starting today, Gemini Advanced subscribers get access to Gemini 1.5 Pro with 1 million tokens. That is the longest context window of any chatbot in the world. You can upload a PDF up to 1,500 pages long, or multiple files to get insights across a project. Now, we all know that chatbots can give you ideas for your next vacation, but there's a lot more that goes into planning a great trip. It requires reasoning that considers space-time logistics and the intelligence to prioritize and make decisions. That reasoning and intelligence all come together in the new trip planning experience in Gemini Advanced.
We've embarked on a multi-year journey to reimagine Android with AI.
Before we go on to this part I do believe, the part about trip planning and things like that, Google just has the benefit. It just has the benefit of all of YouTube data, where all like people are posting about their vacations and like things like that. And then they also do have access to Google Maps. So these are all things that they're finally using to their advantage. The thing with the agents though, maybe we have to go try gems, whatever it's called. But I did try using the agents from last time when they did that. When they did that, I forgot what it's called, the cloud announcement conference thing. It was very, very disappointing. So hopefully this is going to be better.
At the core. Now, we're making Gemini context aware, so it can anticipate what you're trying to do and provide more helpful suggestions in the moment. Let me show you how this works. So my friend Pete is asking if I want to play pickleball this weekend, but I'm new to this pickleball thing, and I can bring up Gemini to help with that. Gemini knows I'm looking at a video, so it proactively shows me an Ask This Video chip. So let me tap on that. And now I can ask specific questions about the video. So for example, what is the 2-bounce rule? So give it a moment, and there. I get a nice succinct answer, starting with Pixel later.
Yo, have you guys used Harpa before? It's for summarizing YouTube videos and just asking it questions. RIP.
This year, we'll be expanding what's possible with our latest model, Gemini Nano with multimodality. This means your phone can understand the world the way you understand it. So not just through text input, but also through sights, sounds, and spoken language.
Now let's shift gears and talk about Gemma, our family of open models, which are crucial for driving AI innovation and responsibility. Today's newest member, PolyGemma, our first vision language open model, and it's available right now. I'm also excited to announce that we have Gemma 2 coming. It's the next generation of Gemma, and it will be available in June. So in a few weeks, we'll be adding a new 27 billion parameter model to Gemma 2.
I'm glad to hear that. Google and open source. I'm really a huge proponent of the open source movement, especially in this kind of AI competitive environment. So I'm excited to try that one out.
To us, building AI responsibly means both addressing the risks and maximizing the benefits for people and society. We're improving our models with an industry standard practice called red teaming, in which we test our own models and try to break them to identify weaknesses. I'm excited to introduce LearnLM, our new family of models based on Gemini.
Your obligatory, we are being responsible.
And fine-tuned for learning. Another example is a new feature in YouTube that uses LearnLM to make educational videos more interactive. allowing you to ask a clarifying question, get a helpful explanation, or take a quiz.
All of this shows the important progress we have made as we take a bold and responsible approach to making AI helpful for everyone. To everyone here in Shoreline, and the...
Yeah, you know what I've learned as a very big lesson? What I've learned is that do not build products right now hoping that build products and hoping that it's going to survive a long time that is dependent on any technologies like Google, like YouTube, or anything like that, because you will get cannibalized, because these companies are going to build the thing that you already built, and then you're going to become obsolete overnight. Gemini, Gems, and Gemma. Okay, it's so confusing. Gemini is a closed source model. Gems is the ability to create agents based upon the Gemini model. Gemma is open source model. All the summary, all of the transcription apps like Fireflies, all these different ones. I mean, I guess if you use it for Zoom, then it's different. But all of those apps about summarizing things, all of those apps as well, things that have like Chrome plugins, that have searches, like all of these products, if I were to be building a startup right now, I would not be doing that. It's just, if you do it, literally something's going to come along and it's going to cannibalize it. Like even LangChain, right? Like even LangChain still has very powerful usage, but just the progression of models that are coming out, the progression these companies are doing, if you're thinking of building a startup, I don't think you should build off assumptions of what is currently there. Google has a really good workshop using Keras and Gemma. I need to try that out. I have not. Whenever I actually use these Google things, has always been disappointing in the past. I would agree with that statement. I think the models have been disappointing. The rest of it here is kind of usage level though. So I think that part is not unless they just really fuck up and like forget how to do software engineering, I think that part should be fine. Because Google's always been good at delivering software products. So I don't think that's going to be the issue. Maybe the base model itself might have some issues though. Hello from New York. Well, hello there, my friend. Let me think. There's something else I wanted to say, but then I forgot. Let me think. Okay. I feel like Google is trying to be like NVIDIA in the sense that they have this technology and then, they have these chips and then they are powering AI and then they're expanding on top of that in order to do like robot stuff, in order to do out of the box models, in order to support a lot of different companies and a lot of different functionalities on top of what they're known for, which is the hardware. I think like Google is trying to do that by just, having their like little model situation. That sounded so condescending, but having their model and then trying to like integrate it and just go into so many different things at the same time, like hardware stuff, like all of these things that are happening. I don't know about that. about just having like your tentacles in so many different honeypots. That's like literally not the right analogy, but you get what I mean. Like fingers in a lot of different pots at the same time, trying to like get everything to work, ranging from all the hardware to software to product, like just to everything. I don't know what kind of strategy that is. It seems like what you'll end up with if you do that is that you're just not going to be particularly good at anything, is my guess. Like you're going to do a bunch of things and you just won't be competitive for anything that you really do, because you're just like spreading out everywhere. It feels almost like a desperate play in order to beat OpenAI. Like, let me just like do all these other things to distract you from the fact that our model is not as good as your model, but we can do all these like other functionalities and things like that. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Hardware has never worked out for Google. I mean, they have Pixel, they have the Google Glass and things like that, but it's never been a strong suit. And like chips and things like that, it's never been a strong suit for Google, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I don't know about that play. Yeah, and also going into open source, for example, too, right? It's like, okay, like, I think Meta did a really good job in catching up, because Meta probably just looked at this and was just like, no fucking way that we can compete on a level of OpenAI. So we're just going to be like open source community stuff. And I think that was a very smart play. It's just like, we're not going to compete on things that we know we can't win against. I don't know about Google's strategy for this. Anybody else have any insights on this? I fell asleep, took a shower, came back, and was still on. It's one of those bored people doing Google AI. Should have just watched the 10-minute highlight. You better believe AI will be doing OPSEC. I disagree in some way. There are some niche customized products that aren't big enough of a market for Google to chase. Maybe like accessibility things. I don't know about that. But how do you determine what is something that Google will or will not chase? It also looks like the doing this here, like their approach to this is not acquiring companies. I think it's just pretty much like, oh, I'm just gonna let you guys come up with the good ideas, and then I'm gonna build it myself and cannibalize you. Like what? Yeah, what would be an example of a niche product that Google wouldn't bother doing? Google wants to be Skynet. Hello from New Zealand. When are you coming to New Zealand? I would love to go to New Zealand. I don't have plans right now, but I am in my travel stage of my life. So I would love to go to New Zealand. Tentacles and honey pots. I don't know, tentacles and fingers. You get what I mean? Do as ton. Mira would never betray us. She's a queen. Yeah, and then Ilya left. Oh my god. Okay, we're running out of time, but Ilya left. I don't know. That feels like it feels like a foreshadowing. One of those things when you don't, like, somebody goes like, oh, that happened, and then a year later you're like, oh, that happened. Anybody have any thoughts on that, of Ilya Sutskever leaving OpenAI? Do you guys think it's like a politics situation where there's like a situation? I also love how both Google and OpenAI, they always have that obligatory one sentence of, we must build safe. Mira did that as well. She was like, we are doing safe stuff. Next. YouTube is Google's best product. Well, I can't disagree with you on that one. I love it when you swear. I do swear a lot. Very unladylike of me. If Google was wise, they would make Pixel 10 AI pins but on steroids. Do you think so? I don't think they should do pins. I really feel like pins is not the right move right now. Like, trying to replace the phone is not the right move right now. Because it's like, you can do everything with this, and then you can have like an attachment to your phone, right? You can have like maybe a clip that's linked to your phone, if maybe that's what you're talking about. But just like developing something, a computing device, just, that's not your phone. I don't know about that. I really like how Meta introduced both OpenAI competitor and Llama 3. That was truly brilliant. It was. Oh man, I guess we didn't cover the Meta stuff. We need to start covering Meta as well. Meta is really kind of turning itself around after sleeping on this for like a year. It's really coming around. That's crazy. That was almost half a year ago. Definitely a political situation. AI for protection against hackers. So politics were like actual safety concerns. That's the question. We still don't really know what happened with the whole AI, like OpenAI ousting situation. I don't know. Like, something feels like really ominous, because every time I feel like, okay, really cool stuff that's happening, and I really think there's so many applications, and you know, we can talk about layoffs, we can talk about jobs and situations, but even like outside of that scope, it's just the fact that it's always like blah 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 blah, like, you know, all these cool things, one sentence like, oh, we are being safe, and then blah 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 again, and it's like, how are you being safe? Any like information about that? Like, how come you don't have a safety demo? I mean, Google did have one for the agent one, in which it told you that you shouldn't do copywriting, like, sorry, you shouldn't like infringe on copyright or something like that. But like actual safety stuff, they always just go like, we are being safe, but nobody ever expands upon the being safe part. I think, okay, actually, this is like startup idea. If you're gonna go build a startup right now, I think one of the smartest things to be building is on the security side, like something based upon AI security. That really, I think, is the best opportunity, and that's something that it will never be replaced by Google or any of these big companies, because big companies cannot be governing themselves. So yeah, that is the space where I think a lot of people are sleeping on. If you're going to go build something, do it in that sector. I think Ilya just does not like the commercialization. He's a scientist. I don't subscribe to Hollywood AI doom. Okay. I would say, I personally, just based upon feeling and absolutely no evidence, I have this feeling that there is something more, a little bit more to that. He's entitled to leave for open-ended amounts of time. Don't be evil. I don't believe working with Sam is that fun. Cell phones should come with purchases of a vehicle. Tesla. Sutskever departure definitely hints at global power and their interest in AI. I don't think smartphones will be replaced. Not AI pin per se, but like a phone that basically is agentic. Okay, I see. They should drop a safety blog every 4 months for chance. No way they're gonna drop a safety blog. Like, no fucking way. Like, at least like someone who worked at a tech company before, like I was working at Meta before, no fucking way they're gonna do that. I mean, it's not that they don't have safety measures. I was actually on the integrity team. I was actually on the Instagram integrity team, but there's no fucking way they're gonna do that. Safety is pointless. Most people already know what is going to happen. Do you really think that? I really think most people don't know what's going to happen. That kind of is the problem. I think people here know, because we're all gathered here to like talk about these developments. But the majority of people, I really think they're not actually really aware of what's happening right now. These announcements, like I've said previously, they always make me so excited, but also tinged with a feeling of doom at the same time. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I promise you I'm not being pessimistic. I am all for AI, also just because this is going to happen whether we like it or not. But I just wish more people are going to be, more people on the open source sides. Like, please, more people on open source side, and please more people on regulatory side, like security, politics, governance, things like that. Like, those things are being slept on right now while everything else is progressing. Yeah, that would be my plea for people to please go into that sector. Okay, all right, I got to go now. Okay. Hera is a good company to look into. Okay, I'm actually going to look more into AI safety companies and things like that. I've been like looking into policies and stuff and just being really disappointed. I mean, not that that's surprising. But yeah, I'll look into more of the AI safety companies. Yeah. I'm happy open source is picking up. All right, I'm going to run. Thank you all so much for joining. And I'm so sorry about the whole situation with this situation. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, of like starting like 10 minutes late because I couldn't get my shit together. I apologize, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Goodbye.